Welcome to the Finjan Show. Thank you for being here with us. My name is Faris Alami. I'm your host, and we have an awesome presenter today and speaker and a guest, Don Bates. Thanks for being with us, Don.
You're very welcome, Faris. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And what a story you have. There's just so much you could unfold that I'm not sure if, this 9-10 minutes that we have together will be justice, but we're going to try to get some nuggets from you and share it with the world. So tell us, what is Don and who's Don? What does Don do?
It depends on how you know me, Faris. I'm everything from Khalid, as we've just discussed, to an international best-selling author of multiple books on many continents. I've been in entrepreneurship for the last 23, 24 years. Oh, my days. So I coach people of influence and success in whatever guise that takes. For them to actually stand forward and say, this is my truth, this is what I was born for, I'm going to write a book and we're going to change the world so we can give a voice to the voiceless. I've been an activist for a very long time, and I believe that activism and revolution in business is absolutely two of the most key attributes you can actually have, because without them, how do we innovate?
Love that. And this sounds like this mission is taking you all over the world, if I understood it correctly. Yep,
50 countries and counting now. I've lived in 50 countries, lived and worked. And that's not counting the places I've just traveled through or spent, just a couple of weeks in. This is getting deep into the culture. Yani, as we say in Arabic, when you eat from the country and you drink from the Nile, you then become part of the country. So it's very much a very experiential. It's just culture around the world is fascinating for me, and the more I've understood people from around the world and their cultures, the more determined I've become to actually give a voice to the voiceless.
And why did you choose to do that? I mean, there's just so much with your background that you could have done. Why did you choose to do that? What drove you to do that?
I've never liked bullies, Faris. Never. Absolutely. I can't stand them, whether they are in the school playground, whether they're in the workplace, whether they're teachers bullying or parents bullying children, or whether they're big corporate conglomerates or the media or the government. I was like, this is not how we're supposed to be. And some people are like, oh, you're just so soft, you've got a soul of a hippie. And I'm like, no, the thing is, I don't know what someone's going through. I don't know the full story. So instead of me judging and being nasty to somebody, let me just see how I can help them. And if I can't help them myself, who do I know that can help them? We are all connected. And if I'm having a bad day, which is very rare, then that impacts the people around me. Mm-hmm. And it only takes one person to say, how can I help you? That's it.
Thank you. I mean, my experience with entrepreneurs like you is you personally probably have gone through a journey of your own to discover that.
Yeah, there's several books written.
And through the power of reconciliation of your own, you find a pathway to support others. That's usually what I've seen, at least in this space of entrepreneurship.
Because you don't want other people to go through what you've been through. And everything happens for us. It doesn't happen to us. So it's when we understand that this is happening for me, what is it that's happening? And how can I use this to alchemize greatness in the world and inspire hope and confidence and lift other people up? How can I do that? How can I be a voice for the people who don't have a voice?
Love it. Thank you so much for sharing that. Now, through this journey, I mean, you know this, Don, really well, ups and downs of entrepreneurship, right? It's like a roller coaster. And sometimes it's the same moment, right, that you're up and down. You get a big deal and you're like so excited, you're like, whoa, how am I going to do this? Or the other way around, don't get it, and now you're down and you're like, but I got to make something happen. I'm curious if you would be willing to share just one of your down moments, just one of them.
Okay, so recently, as I was transitioning from Brazil to Colombia, I was sailing down the Amazonas, and I'd hired a team of people and to help support my journey. And whilst I was away down the Amazon, obviously there's no internet down the Amazon, doing the research as I was going, I lost 90 grand's worth of contracts. And I come out the other side, I'm like, what the hell? How'd that happen? Okay. What was it about me and the choices I made and what was represented in my business that had these people fall away? What is this in this for me to learn? And what I got was, I remember when I took on 2 of the ladies, and they're all women that cancelled these contracts. So women out there, I mean, I've never had a man cancel a contract ever. It's only women. So there's work for a lot of women out there, because women don't invest in themselves as much as men do. Women do not do the same amount of like that. I don't know, it's just this consciousness that women have. And I was like, okay, in the moment that I took on those clients, I got that feeling. I was like, okay, and there was just that element of doubt in the contract coming ahead, if they were going to be ready, because I'm not the easiest person to work with, because I will take you deep. I will call you out on everything. Like, where are you stopping yourself? Because I do it to myself. You do not create 6-figure businesses in 8 months unless, if you do not do the work and you do not call yourself forward. And so there was that element of doubt. And I listened to that, and then when it gave me the chance, I was like, you know what, this is good, because I've actually now not got any clients that I'm working with, new clients that I'm working with on this one-on-one basis. So that now has given me the time to scale my business. But if I'd have had those clients join me and my existing clients, then the time I was using to scale my business to the very next level, I wouldn't have been able to invest as much time working on my business. I'd have been in my business. And I think that a lot of us have to understand that it's not just going out and hustling. We actually have to understand the processes behind it. That team of people, they're now gone. And it's been amazing what you know, the clarity that we gain from just trusting that everything is happening for us.
Love that. So thank you for sharing that, by the way. The losing
You're
such
welcome.
a contract is never easy. And it's interesting what you're saying about women, because it's there'll be a whole nother research that I'm sure someone has done or is doing now.
Yeah, we're doing it. So
well, you know, it's a whole nother topic. Mike, my second question to you is, you know, and maybe we could you know, you might have insinuated it, I'm not sure, which is one of your highlights, like what's your ups, what one of your most times or time that you felt you're most successful, whatever that means, whether, you know, for you as you define it.
When my son sent me a birthday card last week, I'm at a base at the moment, so that I could receive my new bank cards from the UK, because this is one of the things about being a digital nomad. Sometimes you just have to stay and like get new bank cards sent to you. I received a birthday card, and in there, Khalid had said to me, he'd written in there, still our mother. No, Nasa said, still an inspiration, still our mother, still waiting on that damn jet ski. And Khalid had written, not here, but always in my heart, and we love you. And when your children that you're not with are still telling you how inspiring you are and are going, hot damn, leave some success for everybody else. And you see your children flourish and understand what it is that you're doing for the world. And when Nasa was 11, I remember him saying to me, Mama, you've got to go. You've got to go do this, because you're not just here to lead me and Khalid. You're here to lead the women of the world. And when your 11-year-old son gets that, then you know that you're on the right path and that you've raised incredible humans.
Yeah, that's not an easy task, and especially being a teenager, to say that, that's pretty cool. So congratulations.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. They are pretty cool individuals. I'm like, how did I get so lucky to be their mama?
So knowing what you know, Don, today, and I know it's hard to imagine this, if you were to leave something behind for someone who's getting started today, or to leave something for you, for Don, when you were younger, what would you say? And I know sometimes I ask people, what you know today and your personality today probably would not match if you said this to you back then, because you just didn't have the depth where you are today. What would
Probably
you...
wouldn't have mattered the same if you just said it to yourself a week ago or a day ago. It's every day is evolving.
A whole nother learning, right? So what would you
Yeah.
tell your young person self, or someone who's getting started today with entrepreneurship? What would you say?
I would say switch off the white noise, get rid of the naysayers, and just keep your focus. Because you have had this idea, you have this burning desire for a reason. Follow it and trust yourself. Because when you listen to your intuition, which also helps when you get rid of processed food and all of that stuff, because that just messes with your mojo, just trust yourself. Just keep going. You totally got this.
Don, thank you so much. Clearly, we can keep you here for days, uncovering all this awesome, cool things that you're doing. And I appreciate you making the time. Thank you so much for being with us. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, sorry. You're welcome.
Thanks for joining us. This is the Finjan Show. I'm your host, Faris. And Don, thanks a million. Have a good day.
Thank you very much. Good luck, everybody.